Hello students, today we will talk about literary term blank verse. Interesting thing about this term is that it's verse but blank. Now any verse which has rhythm, beat, music, how can it be blank? As you know, any poem, verse, song, lyric is differentiated from prose through its rhythm, musicality. So what's lacking which makes a poem blank? And that important factor is rhyme. Because we know rhyme adds to the appeal, magic, beauty of a poem. It's rhythm, repetition, rhyme, which makes a poem so enduring, so essential to develop language skills that we are having nursery rhymes also. Like 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31 except February also, which has but 28 days clear and 29 in each leap year. Well, look, factual knowledge about days in a month is a beautiful poem thanks to the end rhyme. But blank verse? Poet doesn't use this rhyme scheme. I'm coming to term blank verse. Why it's called blank verse? Because poet doesn't use this rhyme scheme. So it comes closer to spoken language and can be used for drama also. Here, the important fact is a blank verse is a poetic form. So some kind of rhythm music must be used, and that rhythm and beat is of iambs. We have a separate video on iambs. You can listen before or after this video to make blank verse more clear to you. For the time being, iambs is unaccented syllable followed by accented syllable. Now, the principle to written about a literary term is that first we have to define it, then chart out its history chronologically, who invented it, who were the poets or authors through the different ages who used it, and in which age its use declined, and what is its present condition. So we define blank verse as blank verse consists of unrhymed iambic pentameter lines. It is closest to the natural English speech as compared to all other verse forms. In other words, it's nearest to prose. That's why it was used by Marlowe, Shakespeare, and other great dramatists for their plays. It developed in Italy, and Surrey introduced the blank verse form into English with his translations of the Aeneid in about 1540. After this, it was frequently used by the university wits in their plays. Marlowe provided flexibility to the measure by allowing the sense to run on for several lines, and his blank verse has become termed as mighty line of Marlowe. While Marlowe and other university wits had already highly improved the form, Shakespeare took it to perfection, unattainable by any even after several years of the great dramatist's death. Look, the use of blank verse has been highly debated. Some critics, including Dryden, favor rhyme in drama, while others argue that everything cannot be said in rhyme. Suppose we want to ask a servant to shut the door. It would sound highly absurd if it is in rhyme. Therefore, blank verse is most suitable form for dialogue. Blank verse has been used by later writers for poetry also. Milton's epic poem Paradise Lost is in blank verse. Wordsworth's autobiographical preludes and T.S. Eliot's Wasteland is also in the same measure. Browning used it for his dramatist Monologues and Thomson for his Seasons. It remained a practiced form until now, until the 20th century, when modernists rebelled and openly experimented with the traditional forms. Regardless, blank verse was embraced by Yeats, Pound, Frost, and Stevens, who skillfully brought the tradition through the century. While it may not be as common as open form, it retains an important role in the world of poetry. For the time being, I think the term is clear to you that blank verse is unrhymed iambic pentameter lines, And this video will flow into our next video on iambic pentameter. For the time being, thank you students. Stay motivated, keep learning. Thanks a lot. Thank you.